Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump has slammed Disney and also praised Ike Perlmutter. In fact, he praised Ike Perlmutter, who was the former Marvel executive, basically. He was the individual that sold Marvel to Disney. And he's praised Ike Perlmutter, which, whilst doing so, slams Disney. And it's just really, really interesting to see. We'll take a look at this anyway, because this is, it's interesting when the soon-to-be president takes aim at one of the biggest film studios, arguably the biggest film studio, just to see whether the pendulum will begin to swing or not. It'll be fascinating to see what the next 4 years holds. So I thought this was a story worth covering for that matter. Now, Ike Perlmutter famously is the individual that, partnered with Nelson Peltz. And Nelson Peltz famously partnered with Elon Musk. Has been seen numerous times with Elon Musk. And then Elon Musk has now subsequently worked with Donald Trump and will be working with Donald Trump. So it's an interesting turn of events. So this stuff, although you guys may just think it's just politics, there is a huge crossover here. And it's not anything which I'm reading into it. There just is a huge crossover. So let's take a look, see what Trump has said, and enjoy this video. Happy New Year, ladies and gents. Also, side note, if you're a returning viewer and you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and turn those bell notifications on. Would really, really mean a lot to me. It's like less than 5% of you guys that have the bell notification on. So if you could, it'd be really, really good. That'd be fantastic. So let's take a look. This is on Variety. All right, it's on Variety. It was released yesterday. I saw this sort of floating around, and it just says, Donald Trump praises Marvel ex-chairman Ike Perlmutter. This is the guy that sold Marvel to Disney for ridiculous sums of stock as well. Guy's huge investment in Disney now. But he says, he praised him for getting out of Disney. Quote, he didn't want woke Donald Duck. Doesn't mince his words, does he? I mean, it's, very, very funny. Brilliant, actually, I think, personally. I just thought that was brilliant. So let's take a look and see, right? Because, again, there is a crossover here. It's not a crossover that is being read into. It just is. So it says this. President-elect Donald Trump praised Ike Perlmutter, the former chairman of Marvel Entertainment, at an event Monday night at the Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach. Quote, the guy went from stone cold broke to owning Disney, Trump said of Perlmutter in front of his supporters at his private South Florida estate. Then he got out of Disney because they went woke. He didn't want woke Donald Duck, right? So yeah, I mean, he didn't really own Disney. That's not true. It's not true that he owned Disney. I think he was the single largest shareholder individual. And they do say some of that here. So Disney laid Perlmutter off in 2023 after his division was separate from Marvel Studios and was absorbed into other units of the company due to cost-cutting measures, which is kind of... Ike Perlmutter was almost his own downfall, right? So Ike Perlmutter kind of got in touch with Nelson Peltz. Nelson Peltz began an activist investor, or became an activist investor, and wanted seats on the board, wanted to turn the company around. And they delivered a white paper to Disney and said, enact this or we're going to start a proxy war. This is back in 2023. And then Disney were like, sure, yeah, we'll do that. We'll cut some costs. And this is what Ike Perlmutter wanted as well. He was like, bring the costs down. The costs are insane. Because they are. We've seen all the budgets for these movies and the streaming and stuff. It's madness. It's absolute madness. And he was part of the cost cutting, really. I mean, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal what Bob Iger did. But it came back to bite him on the arse. Because what then happened was Ike Perlmutter paired with Nelson Peltz and was like, you can have control of my shares. Which obviously... Nelson Peltz walks in with Billy Big Bollocks then, doesn't he? And goes, well, no, we've got control of loads of stuff. You actually have to listen to us now. And then initiated a proxy war. I think it's where they had their all-time peak for 2024 in terms of their stock share prices. And then it's just crashed subsequently moving forwards. So it's interesting, really. The whole thing's just been a fascinating turn of events. But it says this. Earlier this year, the Marvel ex-chairman sold all of his Disney stock. So that was also another thing that he did. He got out of Disney completely. And also, side note, that was basically when it was close to its peak, which is, they did well. Well, he did well. So he sold about 25.6 million shares for almost $3 billion, according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. At the time, Perlmutter said he expects Disney's stock to continue to drop, and that if the share price falls to $65 to $75 per share, he plans to repurchase much of his previous stock. Which is, again, that's a shrewd bloke. He knows what he's doing. And he's not wrong either, to be fair. Like, I would expect it to go down. Perlmutter, who took control of Marvel Entertainment in the 90s, became a major shareholder in the Walt Disney Company when in 2009 he sold Marvel Entertainment. So he owned Marvel, basically. And he just sold it to Disney for basically $4 billion. As chairman of Marvel Entertainment, he famously fought Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige over making Black Panther and Captain Marvel, on the belief that movies led by black or female characters would not be commercially successful. I mean, the second Marvels was not successful. It wasn't commercially successful. That was a huge financial failure for Disney. The first Black Panther was obviously a success. I do think that there was an element where people didn't feel like they could criticize it. I feel like there was some potentially identitarian politics thrown in to the zeitgeist that, made people not want to criticize it, because that film was far from great. Has bloody awful CGI, being one of them anyway. But anyway, so Disney CEO Bob Iger intervened to overrule Perlmutter, and then obviously Perlmutter was then relegated. But interestingly, check this out. So Perlmutter was among entertainment figures in attendance at Trump's Mar-a-Lago event on Monday night. Another notable attendee included actor Sly Stallone, who, as seen in a video circulating online, stood near Trump while the president-elect spoke about Perlmutter. I really like Sylvester Stallone. I think he's a dude. And clearly he's a Trump supporter, which is just interesting. You know, this is someone that you can't really cancel. He's furniture at this point, isn't he? You can't really cancel him. He'd have to come out and do something really bad to cancel him. His politics won't cancel him. But we need more people like that are happy to, discuss their politics, I guess, or at least be seen supporting the counter sort of political norms of Hollywood. Anyway, I digress. What do you think of this? I think Donald Trump slamming Disney is quite comical. So, let me know what you think down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.